Do that. All right. Well, I gotta turn this. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Uh, like I said, I'm sorry, people, but I'm having a bit of a announcement to make, but I want to wait till more people are here. If anybody's in the chat wants to come up, come on up. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? Uh, so, good morning, good evening, wherever you're at. Uh, I'm still going to wait. I got, like I said, I do have an announcement. Oh, this one's on now. I thought I had that off. All right, now we got the things all turned off. Uh, I found out yesterday a bit of information. I don't have everything uh, finalized yet, but I do feel like I should pass it on uh, when we'll wait for a couple more people. We got what, three in the house right now? Well, it says five. I got Tim. I got Larice. Well, I got my Ninja channel up as well, so there's four. I don't know who else is in. Maybe they haven't said anything yet, which is fine. Nobody has to talk if they don't want to. So we got Jerry, Tim, Larice, my Ninja channel, which I'm not saying anything on my Ninja channel, and so we'll see what's going on. Hey, Jack, come on up, buddy. If you want, come on up. You're more than welcome. Uh, I started just a tad earlier than I usually do, but I didn't cook tonight. I stopped and bought myself some Chinese food. I haven't had Chinese in a long time. Yes, Jerry said it. Watchers count, so we welcome all in. And if you want to come up and show us your chickens, we'll gladly check them out while you're here. If not, that's okay. If Jack wants to come up, we'll get him up. I'm just waiting to see if anybody wants to come in, which right now we're waiting for a few more people. Dan's not here. He may not come in. I don't know. He may be traveling. I know he's got some things going on. And Maurice is more than willing to welcome to come up if she like and tell us about herself. For those of you that don't know her, I think most of you do. I know Tim and Jack does. All right, Dan and Minnie's here. Here,
Wait.
I have. How you doing, Dan?
Hey, I'm doing okay.
Jack says he's got to move back his PC back up. Like I said, I found out some information yesterday that I want to pass on, but I'm kind of waiting for some more people to show up. It may or may not affect my channel. That's something that I don't know yet. Uh, I'll go ahead and let it out of the bag, and other people would maybe comment on it. I found out yesterday the post that I'm working is going to be shut down. Thursday is going to be its last day. So I'll get my 40 hours in this week at the post I've been working at for about a year or a little over, and they're going to shut it down. I don't know what they're going to do, but they will put me somewhere else. That's the thing. I don't know where, and I don't know what the shifts or what my days off will be. So hopefully I'll still be able to do my live streams on Saturday, but that's something I got to wait and see. If I can, I'll have one posted for Saturday as soon as I find out. If I can't, I will post. I'll put a short video up explaining that why I can't do it. If I'm going to do it on a different day, I'll also announce that because I like doing the live streams. But like I said, I have no clue what shift I'm going to work, whether it's going to be days, evenings, overnights, or what my days off are going to be. I'll find that out later in the week. I work tomorrow. I'll get 3 off. Then I'm working Thursday. And then I don't know, but they'll let me know probably on one of my days off where I'm going to go, what day I got to be there for training, hopefully what shift I'm going to be working, and what my days off are going to be. Now, I may not find that out until I show up at the place I'm going to work. I put in a request for a place. It pays a lot better than what I'm making, but I don't know if they got availability. And if they do, I don't know what shifts they got. It doesn't matter. They pay enough money that I'll work whatever shift they want. It'll be the second highest paying position I've had. The highest was the state job. Uh, but this is going to be, from what I understand, about 100 or more a week for 40 hours. So, hey, Abby, good morning. So, like I said, we'll work whatever they want me to work. And Abby's saying good morning to you, Dan.
Morning. I have Copico Black today.
What the heck happened here?
Wow.
I don't. Somehow I hit something and wanting to tell me to end broadcast, and hell no, I'm not even ending broadcast. What's going on here? Let's see. It's already said hi. Larice is in the house in case you didn't notice her, and so because like I said, she was the first one that made a comment in the chat. Larice did, as you say, the most eligible bachelorette uh, in the Philippines. How you doing, sir? Or have you got the date yet for Minnie's interview? I mean, not interview, but her swearing in.
No,
Okay.
no messages. It could take 4 months.
I know you said it could take a while.
Yeah, but really they're getting them done really fast. So that's what I'm going by, is what people are telling me.
I understand. I mean, that's what you got to go by.
I thought you were going to tell us something like, "Oh, you got, you know, uh, some kind of serious disease like bone socket cancer, bone
No,
socket
no,
cancer,
no, no, no,
bone
no.
cancer, bone socket cancer." Terminal bone socket cancer, the worst.
Yeah. Well, what I'd really like to tell you is I hit the lotto and I'm retired. That would be my favorite thing to say.
Ugh.
I still couldn't move to the Philippines, but I could sure quit getting up early and going to work.
Hi, Abby. Larice, Tim, what's up?
And, but like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm hoping I'll still be able to do them on Saturday at the same time. But like I said, the site's stopping, so uh, I got to do whatever is best for the job. Uh, as much as I prefer to do YouTube, I got to worry about work, and so
Hey, Tim, did you guys have an earthquake over there where you're at? I saw something posted online by Tim. Looked like something that said earthquake on it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, if it did, hopefully everybody's okay, and it was a minor one. But like I said, I did something today I haven't done in a long time. I had Chinese food. I had General Tso's chicken.
No MSG.
No. But
Hold the MSG.
all right, we got Jack coming up.
Mm.
Hey, Jack, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. There we go.
I think that post looks better that way.
What's up, Jack?
Nothing much.
Especially if we have somebody else come up. But
We
yeah.
went dark. We went dark for like 5 minutes, Tim, this morning. I had Minnie out there was trying to get the generator started, and then the power came back on. It only lasted for about 5 minutes. Yeah.
I haven't had a brownout in a while. I should have said that. I'm going to jinx myself.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Tim just said that he had an interesting day yesterday. He had a 9.5-hour brownout and heavy rain. Yes, earthquake was Thursday afternoon in Zimbalist.
Mm.
Now that was, for me, that 9.5 hours would be definitely a long day because I couldn't even get sleep because of my sleep apnea.
How big was that? How big was that earthquake? Is what I'm wondering. Was it a little one, a big one? Let me do the Google search.
Oh, by the way, Dan, I don't know if I told you or not, but that Ninja channel I created last week,
Yeah.
it's connected to your channel as well.
Oh. Okay.
I signed it up. I've been watching some of your videos. I haven't gone back and watched all the old ones yet. But
well, you can't. Let me ask you a question. You can't spy on me through that, can you? Can you see what's going on in my bedroom?
No.
Oh, okay, that's good.
As long as you have your webcam facing your bed, then
maybe I can do it then. Yeah. As you can see, my webcam ports more away from my bed than towards it.
4.9 earthquake.
That's not too bad.
That's not too far away. That wasn't too far away from Angelo City.
Yeah. But like I said, 4.9 is not. It's not a minor, but it's not a major. It's a medium quake.
It was out in the ocean.
Well, that makes it even better. 4.8, Tim says. He says he didn't feel much. Yeah, it might have caused a wage surge where it goes back out some to come back in, but it would have been a very minor, depending on how far out it was, it would have been a minor tsunami. That's what you would have heard about if it had been a major tsunami.
Like that tsunami one that, what was it, Japan, where that, what was it, nuclear plant exploded or something like that?
Yeah, tsunami hit that one, and there was one was it Indonesia? Where a tsunami just killed, I forget how many people it killed.
They're picking up bodies from Japan that floated all over to California.
Yeah. But I know there was a really big one there a few years back. I want to say it was Indonesia, but it was over in the Southeast Asia area, and the wave went way out, and the ocean went way out, and a lot of people just kind of stayed around. And when it came back in, there was people that tried climbing trees. They got up in the tallest buildings and And some of the people, because they were far enough away when they did that, it survived. But the people that were down lower, it wiped out a lot of people. And that's when they started talking more and more about getting these alarm systems in to warn people. And but yeah, that's one. I did not know how far out it would go, what caused it. I guess it goes way out, and all of a sudden it just draws way a lot farther out than normal. And when it comes in, it comes crashing in and does a lot of damage, and it can kill a lot of people. And like I said, tear buildings down, and they did have some pictures of that one as well, where it came crashing in.
If I seen that, I'm like, I'm out of here.
Run for the highest point you can get to. Yes, Dan. Looks like you're ready to say something.
Yeah. Fukushima. Yeah, I understand that three-eyed fish are showing up on the shoreline now. Yeah, they go fishing and the fish have 3 eyes, extra fin here and there.
You're talking about over around Japan.
Yeah, Fukushima. But I hear they're very yummy still, though, the fish.
They just glow at night.
After you're done eating them, you glow in the dark. People.
I'm going to say you just become a nightlight. Come on.
Yeah, people seem to like that.
You don't even have to cook it. It's already cooked.
Well, it's your half raw sushi. Instead of your full sushi, it's only a half sushi.
What are you gonna do?
Not eat it.
Yep.
But then again,
go to McDonald's.
Yeah, with all this talk about nuclear power plants exploding and getting, getting radiation spread all over the place, I don't think we're long for this world. But well, I feel fine.
I'm a little more optimistic than yourself.
It's, you got, what's his name saying that they planted explosive devices all across the roof of the nuclear power plant. I don't know if you guys, I've been to Russia, and so Russia is an interesting place in terms of nuclear power, because when I went touring around there, I saw General Electric stacks, but I saw no containment units. So I did some research on Google and discovered that they don't build nuclear power plants with containment units in Russia. I mean, that's a pretty good deal, ain't it? General Electric can go in there and they can save themselves a lot of time and money by not having to build a containment unit. So I don't know if that's true or not, but it seems to be through observation. I don't know if that's the same way they built them today as they did a few years ago, but
well, hopefully because of Chernobyl, they've changed their rules.
Oh yeah.
Well, Chernobyl is, as soon as that, I mean, I don't know if you guys know what's going on there, but they never stopped the rods from reaching the core. They stopped it temporarily, but that thing is still heading south. So no one knows exactly where the core is going to end up. Yeah.
You gotta have special tour guides who go in there.
Yeah, you can't dig far enough down in the earth to be able to stop the core from hitting the center of the
lava field.
Yeah. So this would be like, shall we say, better than the 4th of July. Spectacular event.
Yeah.
But who knows when it's going to occur? Maybe Yellowstone will. Maybe that.
Well, that's a super volcano right there, Yellowstone.
Yeah, we'll blow its top before we even have to worry about what's going on in Chernobyl.
That'll bring on an ice age if Yellowstone blows. If we survive.
Yeah, well, anyway, the eastern part of the United States would disappear really quickly.
Yellowstone's more the western side, isn't it?
No, the western side actually would survive. I mean, if you look at the fallout maps, the western side of any kind of an explosion there would wipe out a few western states, but not California. So if you're in
Well,
California,
California's going to get wiped out by an earthquake. It doesn't
yeah,
need
California might actually become
An
you
island.
know,
an island.
Yeah.
An island.
Yeah, but if you're in California, you're probably going to be safe. It'll be dark for a few hundred years, probably. Temperatures will cool.
47 states.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out a way. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but there's some guys that have come up with some. There's some men and women that have come up with, and others that have come up with some very bizarre solutions to how you mitigate that type of an event from occurring.
Now, Tim's got a couple of points here. He says, yes, I did a short video on the earthquake, and I will not hold my breath waiting for the fallout. And you can't. You got to keep on living. I mean, you know.
He won't hold his breath. It won't do any good. As a matter of fact, you go outside and you take an extra gulp or two. That's what you do. That's how you do it.
Hey, Retro.
Retro's coming up. Hello, Retro. How you doing?
Hold on, waiting for my screen to load. There we go. How you doing, man?
We're doing
Good.
well. Like I said to some of the people that were here earlier, I am going to. What the heck is going on here?
You're going to what the heck is going on here?
Well,
I've been there a couple times.
I happened to be. I found out yesterday that the post that I've been working at for the last year is going to shut down on Thursday.
Oh,
And
sorry to hear
so-
that, man.
Well, I'll still have a job. I just don't know where I'm going to be working.
It's one of those, huh? Yeah, I
well,
found
see,
out.
I'm contract security, and they have contracts all over the place.
Yeah, you know, I just found out, guys. My brother on my mass side moved to Boston.
Boston?
He moved to Boston. He be shipping off to Boston.
Well, that's not too far from you, is it?
Yard.
You're in New Hampshire, right?
Wait. Hold on, Larry. What did you say, Danny?
I said park the car at Harvard Yard.
Oh, I got you. Pack the car and have the guy give the man a quarter. Get a quarter, go watch the Sharks, and get a hot dog and a burger at the hot dog stand. Get in the car, go to Fenway Park, go watch the Sharks.
I was in Boston last year, a little over a year ago. It was in June. I went to the USS Constitution, visited it, took the duck boat tour. That
Yeah,
was fun.
speaking of New England, I got my own lighter that's New England. Look at this.
All right.
Oh, that's cool.
Is that a Zippo?
Yeah, it's a zipper, and it's got my grandma's engraved name on it with a heart. She did that just for me. My grandma
Is that
loved
with
me.
a hat or with a heart? A heart? A
Hey,
heart?
it's my accent, guy. Hat. You know, like
Uh-huh.
that. The hat.
A hat?
Speaking of hats, I probably should tell you guys this, but a long time ago, I didn't find this out till recently because I didn't remember it. Apparently, I've got a heart transplant device in my heart. Apparently, according to my mother.
Well, all right, guys. Just to let you know, Avsor channel just said hello to everybody in the.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Absa. How you doing?
Hey, Avsor channel. I saw you in the chat over there at Regular Guy. Is he one of your fan favorites? I'm just curious. I saw you over there. You were making some contributions. I like Regular Guy. I think he's just a regular guy. A stand-up dude.
The puns are glorious. Let me get some Boston tea. I got one can left
Ah.
to
Hey,
celebrate
do
my.
you have an old Campbell soup can, from olden
No.
days?
Nah,
That would
I
be
don't
nice.
I
You
don't
should
keep
add
that
that to
sort
your
of stuff, man.
collection.
But what I
An
do
old
have
Campbell
is
soup
this.
can. Oh, bazooka.
And this is the new stuff. It's the original box design, but it's new stuff. And when you open it up, right? You open it up, bada bing. You get the gum, bada boop. You open it up, it's got the 14, so you chew it, bada bing, bada boom, bada bop. You go online with the code that's on the 14. You put the code in, and it gives you an animated fortune. And it's in the gum, like back in the day. My father once said, don't think on it, chew on it. All right, let me grab some Boston tea. I also got to find out where I put my cigar.
Oh, so Avesor channel. I don't even know how to say that. Avesor or Advisor? Says,
Advisor?
I'm not close to regular guy. Oh, I thought you were his girlfriend. I thought you were his girlfriend. I thought I saw you sitting on his lap. Hey, Avesor, aren't you in Cebu? Did I learn that you're in Cebu? And then how come we haven't met so far? How come we haven't met? You know, if you watch my videos, I like to take pictures through the looking glass in front of that McDonald's there in La Hogue.
Now, Dan, do you see what she said?
Yeah.
She goes, Sir Dan, you're from Leyte, right?
We am in Bye-Bye, but we have an apartment in La Hogue, Cebu.
Yeah, but she said, Sir Dan, you read right, Dan.
Oh, okay.
So maybe.
And then I saw you last night, Larry. I was lurking in Steve's channel.
You know?
I don't know what to say. You know, he was.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Steve, it's starting to become very, very boring going into his live streams. You know, I mean, it's starting to become. We got more excitement going on here than Steve's got in his channel. You know, in his live.
Okay, what I do.
Well, being honest, if I get the site I want, I'm not going to be able to play on my phone at work.
Yeah.
They're a lot more strict. Matter of fact, depending on where I'm at, I may have to put my phone where they lock it away. I'll only be able to get to it unless I'm on break. But like I said, it pays a lot more money, so I'll put up with that. And if that's the case, that may be the last live stream of Steve's I'm in. It depends on what I'm working.
Wait, who's Steve?
Huh? Steve is a information expat info channel. He's in Luzon in the Philippines. He's in Cavite province.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And where's he at? General Towels, isn't he? I mean, not Towels. Trace Marteris is where he's at, if I remember right.
Not gonna lie, I don't know where that is, but okay.
Well, don't worry about it. It's not a place you really want to go.
Oh, well, we have a place like that here in Rochester. It's called Lafayette Street.
Oh yeah. Yeah. By the way, I don't know if you know that I've been through the coastal areas of New Hampshire. I don't know. I probably mentioned that before.
Yeah, you did. I remember.
Yeah.
I've been to New Hampshire briefly.
Briefly, huh? What'd you do?
All I can say is the best parts of New Hampshire are actually in Vermont.
I got a dented cam.
Oh, cool.
That's bad luck, my dude.
That's if that's a retro can, then it's not worth as much being dented.
No, I have a belief that if I get a dented can of Boston tea, something weird's gonna happen to me. Not something bad, but something weird.
Okay.
Just watch. Something weird already happened to me. It happened, I think, 2 mornings ago. I was sleeping on a sleep stream. You guys know I do sleep streams. And somehow, in the midst of my sleep, I punched my table here. Not even by accident or force. It was in between. I was dreaming I was punching something, and on camera, it caught me punching my table, literally, forcefully, full turn circle, punch my table while sleeping. And Jack, if you guys don't believe me, go to my YouTube channel. I clipped the footage and posted it.
Yeah. But, talking about punching when sleeping, when I was in the Navy, the people that woke me up would always stand back with a battle lantern. Now, battle lantern is a great big, very bright flashlight.
Oh God! Don't even
And
bother with me with that.
they would stand back a ways and then shine that right in my eyes. No. This
Oh, Lapu Lapu over the bridge.
so that would wake because they'd wake me up if they shook me. It came by my shoulder and shook me. I'd almost hit them every time I come over swinging. So they either stand down by my feet and shake my feet, and I'd wake up by the time because I'd come up swinging, but I'd wake up and stop before I got to them. Or they'd take the battle lantern and not even take the chance because I'd go be right in the eyes.
Not gonna lie. I had a friend of mine shine something in my eye. I says, brother, if you don't put that light down, I'm gonna put you down.
But well, they'd be waking me up to go on a dog watch or
A dog watch? What's that?
It's like a midnight to 4.
Okay.
It's called the dog.
A dog. I know what a dog is. There's an accent.
I don't know if it was spelled the same way or not, but that's the way it was pronounced. The dog watch.
Okay. Speaking of dogs, have you guys ever tried this Halloween recipe when it comes to Halloween? I know it's not Halloween yet, but since we got the subject up, there is a Halloween recipe that involves hot dogs, Pillsbury crescent roll, strips, and honey mustard. You take a hot dog, you wrap it in a Pillsbury crescent roll, you cook in the oven. It's called a mummy dog. I made it in high school.
My mom used to make those.
I know they also used to do that occasionally with Vienna sausages.
Yeah, I couldn't do that with Vienna sausage.
I'm not that crazy. I used to eat Vienna sausage when I was in the Navy, but it got to where I don't like it anymore.
I mean, I eat canned meat all the time. I literally
I can eat Spam.
Oh, do I love
he was in
Spam?
that now.
Spam is the best.
Samar.
I made
Now-
Spam this morning for breakfast.
What?
I made Spam and rice this morning for breakfast.
Oh, you're lucky
I
duck.
need to get
I
some
prefer
coffee.
Spam and
I need
eggs,
to
but
get
yeah.
This is for you, Retro. I need to get some coffee.
Coffee gay. Pour some
Coffee.
sugar. Coffee gay. Pour some cream and sugar. Add a little turbo shot of espresso.
Keep the cream and sugar. Just give me my coffee black.
Mhm.
With turbo shot, get a little turbo shot of espresso. You'll wake for hours.
But
What?
like I said,
Larry, I forget because Dan told me what his profile pic is, but I completely forget what he told me.
that's Jollibee.
Okay.
The Jollibee is McDonald's competition in the Philippines,
Yeah.
Oh, you can't compete
and
with
they
me.
have Jollibees here in the States.
Oh, they do, huh?
Oh yeah, there's a couple down in Manhattan. I mean, New York City. The biggest one is in Manhattan, and
McDonald's for life.
In the West Coast also, I believe.
I think there's some in Philadelphia, New Jersey.
There's
some
one
down
in
in-
Michigan.
Yeah, there's some down in Texas. I think Chicago may have one, or the Chicago area may have one.
Did
I
you
know
say
there's a lot of-
Texas? Did you
There's
say
a lot of
Texas?
Filipinos that live in that area. Hey Ben, how you doing, sir?
Larry, did you say Texas?
Yeah,
A little bit.
Why do you say that? Because my McDonald's mug has a Texas logo on it.
okay.
This is from the proud sponsor of the 1993 McDonald's All-Star Games in Texas. And the print thingy here says, let me push up my glasses so I can read this. Texas High School Coaches Association Incorporated. And it also says enjoy Coca-Cola Classic. And I'm going to say this so you don't get copyrighted. Not sponsored.
That's an old one if it says classic because they no longer call it Coca-Cola Classic.
I mean,
what happened with Coca-Cola?
I don't know.
No, I'll tell you what happened. Coca-Cola thought, we're gonna open up this new formula and everybody's gonna love it.
Okay.
Everybody had hated it, so instead of admitting they were wrong, they brought out Coke Classic, and they later on got rid of that new formula, and then it just became Coca-Cola again. Oh yeah, really, I remember that quite well because nobody liked it. It
Hey,
tasted too much like
they increased their sales. This wasn't a Budweiser marketing event by any stretch of the imagination.
no.
Welcome,
It
man. Welcome
actually
back.
increased Coca-Cola sales.
Yeah,
Always Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
You know, I got that song "Always Coca-Cola" on my mixtape. I was just listening to it a little while ago.
well,
I went outside and I was listening to Walkman, walking down the street, grooving, moving and grooving. And let me tell you, it was a good
Ant
time.
spray.
What is that?
That's a big thing of ant spray. It's the stuff you don't want to inhale that they banned from the United States 20 or 30 years ago, but they got it here in the Philippines. This is where all the chemicals that they couldn't use any longer in the U.S. ended up in the Philippines.
Oh, the poor Philippines people.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I mean, I don't have that. I have a. I have a.
Hi, Sir Larry. Good morning, guys.
Hey.
hey,
Man, Minnie.
Hello.
good to see you.
Oh, put some clothes on, man, Minnie.
I'm not
No.
naked here. Did you see that? I'll just say hi, Sir Larry, and everything.
Oh,
You should go ahead.
Hello, man, Minnie. Hello.
hey, sir. By the way, we did meet regular guy when we were walking down Fields Avenue. I kept trying to meet him several times when we were in Angela City a couple weeks ago, and every time I went by there where he was hanging out, throwing back beers at Philly Willie's, there was somebody always getting in the way. I'd go by to say hello, and then somebody would like elbow me away, like, "Hey, he's a superstar. Want to get his autograph?" Stuff like that. I was like, I could not get near the man, and then finally, we were coming back. We were walking back from Margarita Station on Fields Avenue.
Margaritas.
Margarita Station. They're building a new one, and he was heading into Margarita Station, and there I was finally able to get 2 minutes of time with him. But he's heading here. I believe he's on his way to Leyte. If he isn't already here, he'll probably do Tacloban or Moc, and it would not surprise me that he comes through Bye City. And if he's coming through
ABC, how
Bye,
you doing?
I will meet
Dan.
him. Yeah.
Then 3 things, okay? Remember
Yes.
these 3 things.
Yes.
What number 1? You need one of these. Okay? You need one of these.
Okay.
That's number 1, okay? Number 2, remember the gum rule. Don't think chew on it. Number
Yeah.
3, most importantly, don't go wasting away in Margaritaville. It's a terrible feeling.
Okay.
That's a good place to visit. Just don't leave.
No. It's fun to visit there. Just don't spend too much
Listen,
time
just
there.
don't leave. Stay there. You'll never have a bad feeling.
Oh no! Trust me, I have friends who are over 21. They went too much on the margarita, and they had some serious issues. Let me tell you.
But,
I don't
I'm
know.
always a rum and coke myself.
I'm a screwdriver type of guy.
Phillips
at least I
screwdriver.
use
You know what a
I
Phillips
use-
screwdriver is?
Coke screwdriver. What's that?
No, Phillips screwdriver. That's rum with orange juice.
I prefer vodka and orange juice whenever
That's
I can.
screwdriver. If you get a Phillips screwdriver, you instead of vodka, you use rum.
I don't like rum.
Sometimes a
No
rum
offense.
drinker.
I can't tolerate rum. Like back when I first turned 21, I couldn't tolerate rum. I couldn't even tolerate the Irish
Hey,
cream.
Michelle is here. Michelle Lozada's here.
Yeah, she just showed up.
You see, Larry, no offense, I just can't. My taste buds can't tolerate most alcohol.
I used to have trouble with bourbon.
I can't do bourbon. That'll mess my stomach.
And so,
That's why I stick to Boston tea.
you mean Long Island iced tea?
Oh, you're funny. Michael McFarland does the same stuff to me all the time.
Yeah. Well, now they when I was in the Philippines back in the 70s, they used to have a drink called Mojo. And it was,
Oh, I can't do bourbon. That'll mess my stomach.
it was, I used to have trouble with bourbon. I used to and it was
Mojo. I like the sound of that.
it was kind of like what you'd call jungle juice if you were in
The-
not military, college. You know, a little
Well,
bit of this, a
ju-
little bit of that, and
well, I like the sound of
it tastes
jungle
like a
juice.
front fruit. Tastes almost like a front fruit punch drink.
Mm.
But man,
Well,
it was wicked. It would kick your backside upside down and the other.
That's some Western words you just said there, Larry. That was some cowboy talk you just did. I like that.
Yeah. Like I said, though, it would. I mean, it was just some badass. Excuse my language. It was one wicked drink. Because, like
Yeah,
I
I
said,
don't-
you're drinking it. Don't taste like you're drinking. Tastes like you're drinking a punch drink.
Hey,
Just like jungle juice.
speaking of drinking, we did go down for the first time. I've never done it before, but people have told me if you go downtown to Bye Bye Latte in the evening hours, you know, you'll see all kinds of people having a great time walking along the Baywalk. And so
They
we
walk
did
or
that
they
last
watch.
night. Yeah, well, no one in bikinis there, Retro, to my disappointment.
Okay.
Those
Okay.
Baywalks.
It's funny I say that. It's funny I say my housemate just purchased an actual print picture about this big of David Hasselhoff.
Oh man, I'm telling you, that is. You know what? I wonder if people still have what's her name,
Cece?
who passed away. I wonder, not Baywatch Bay, but Farrah Fawcett. We used to have Farrah Fawcett on her bedroom wall.
Oh my God, Dan!
Yeah.
There was a teacher in my high school who styled her hair just exactly, primly exactly like Farrah Fawcett. First time I seen her, I says, "Okay." So I walk in, I have a toothpick in my mouth. I'm like, "Okay, someone's trying to be Farrah Fawcett." And then she looks at me because I'm a young kid at the time. I'm just a teenager in high school. She's like, "How do you know about Farrah Fawcett?" I says, "Come on, Charlie's Angels. Who else?"
Well,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't she the blonde in?
Blonde with the feathered hair.
No. I'm talking about a movie, American
Oh, okay.
Graffiti. Wasn't she the blonde in the sports car?
What's kind of like
The
that?
one that Richard Dreyfuss was chasing all night?
Oh no! That's American Graffiti. That was Suzanne Summers.
Okay, Suzanne Summers. I was trying
Suzanne
to remember.
Summers. was the
Suzanne
first
Summers
one.
also in Three's Company.
You know, Suzanne Summers was the first one. She was one of the first ones to. You don't usually think of Suzanne Summers as being the fitness health guru icon.
She had that. What they call
Yeah.
that? Thigh master.
Right, but
What?
she's got nice thighs. But anyway,
Yeah.
thing about it is she wrote a book. She wrote a book that was a bestseller
A bestseller.
talking about what has now become the keto diet. She was talking about it way back when, 30, 40 years ago, something like that.
Oh my God! So
So,
she
yeah.
started the keto diet, is what you
Yeah.
said?
Well, yeah, she was like one of the she was at the forefront of that movement, and now you don't hardly hear from her.
No,
But if you see her, she looks just like she did. She was
yeah,
50
she's still in
years
good shape
old.
because, like I said, the Thigh Master. If you don't know what it is, it's a spring-loaded, like V-shaped metal thing that you squeeze and it pushes you back. So you put it in between your thighs, and that's how you
Oh,
work your
dang.
thighs out.
Is
Now
that
we're
is that the thing that rubs back and forth?
Now you're
looking thing?
talking.
No,
Now you're talking.
it actually went in between her legs,
Okay.
and then it was spring loaded, so it was always out about like that, and then you push it together, push back out, push it together, push back out.
Oh, like this?
Well, no, put your elbows together and
Uh-huh.
then your hands out. Yeah, and it would be like that. You push it together and push back out. So
Okay.
it went in between your thighs up towards your groin area, and
Okay.
then you wouldn't want to put
I
it
thought
all
it
the way
was
up
Jack
there, but it goes up
LaLanne that
close
came
to
up
it.
with that. I thought it was Jack LaLanne that came up with that.
He
that.
might have, but she's the one that advertised it a lot because let's be honest about it, she's a whole lot better looking than Jack LaLanne.
You know, I had a
you
fitness.
understand.
And his dog Happy. Don't
I
forget his
thought he
dog
was a
Happy.
good-looking man. I really thought Jack
Hey.
LaLanne was a good-looking man.
He was a well built, well shaped old man because he was still old doing that. He could
Honestly-
do push ups and oh man, I'm talking about in the 70s and 80s. he was still in good shape.
I
Three's
had
Company, hey Tobias, that show Three's Company is how I ended up going to school at LA Trade Tech College in downtown Los Angeles. So
Los
that was
Angeles.
because Jack Ritter in that show Three's Company, Jack Ritter was going to the chef training program at LA
Yeah.
Trade Tech, and that's how I ended up going to LA Trade Tech.
Okay,
Huh.
that's cool. That's a good connection. Now,
Go ahead, Larry.
Jack Ritter, if I remember right, his dad was Tex Ritter, the
Text Ritter.
it was an old movie star for it was either his dad or his granddad, but I want to say it was his dad. Was a singing cowboy.
Tex Ritter,
Tex
that's
Ritter.
right. That's
Sounds like a singing cowboy. Text
He was.
Ritter.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now,
he was. He sang.
now, what connection does Jack Ritter have to The Big Bang Theory?
Oh, you mean the show, or you mean the actual theory?
No, the show.
Hmm. I didn't really watch Big Bang Theory growing up. The only thing I know
girl,
from it is
Kelly
Bazinga.
Crowe, who plays Penny,
Okay.
was Jack Ritter's daughter on the 3 simple rules or 8 simple rules for dating my daughter, or simple rules for. They were in a TV show when she was a lot younger, and
What?
she gives Jack Ritter a lot of credit for her development as a person and as an actress. And
okay.
he
Is
died.
that a stogie or is that a blunt, Retro? What is
that
that?
looks like a stogie.
It's a stogie. I don't smoke blunts, man. I don't have a card.
I think where he's at, it might be illegal to smoke a blunt.
No, it's not. I just have to have a card.
I'm going to say here's not illegal.
Alright.
I'm in New York. It's not illegal.
And
John
New York.
Ritter, yeah.
Anything happens
John
in New
Ritter,
York,
but
man. What
he
happens
was Jack.
goes.
His character was Jack in Three's Company.
Yeah.
But he's John Ritter, and that was
Yeah, John Ritter. Excuse me, John.
yeah
Ritter.
that created a whole a revolution in I think you had three people, 2 women, 1 dude living under one roof, and everybody wanted
No, I
everybody
heard
wanted
about
to do it. Yeah.
Do you remember how they came about living together?
No, something about what didn't he have to act like a female to get in the
He
apartment?
had to act like he had originally had to act like he was gay. Yes, but
Yeah.
how they ended up living together? They had a party, and he passed out in the bathtub. being
What?
drunk, and the girls found him in there, and they realized he didn't have a place to live. He was just happened to get at the party and crashed there. And they ended up saying, well, we could use another roommate. So he got a room by himself. The 2 girls took one room together.
Okay.
And that's how, and then Mr. Farley, Dan
Chris
Kelly?
Farley? Chris Farley?
No,
Did
no.
Mr. Farley come later?
No, I
No,
don't-
his brother came later. That was Don Knotts was his brother.
Okay. I know who Don Knotts is. I remember
But,
Don
I want to
Knotts.
say Dan Felling or something like that.
Feldman,
I could be wrong on the
Feldman?
last name, but
Fel?
he was the one that owned the place at the time, and he wasn't going to let any straight man live with 2 women, so he pretended to be gay, so he wouldn't kick him out of the apartment.
Didn't Suzanne? Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Suzanne Summers? Didn't she do a couple of Playboy centerfolds, or am I thinking of someone else?
You know, I got a bunch of people asking me if I collect Playboys. I'm like, nope. I live in a place
don't
where
know.
that.
Hey,
Well,
you know
remember-
what's more fun? National Geographics. The assassination of JFK. That original one in pristine condition is worth money.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I tell people all the time, I say, yo, Zach, you're a retro guy. You're an adult. You look like you've had fun before. Do you collect Playboys? I said, guy, I live in a provider home where that's not allowed. I have a niece who is only somewhat years old. If I do that, I'm kicked out immediately.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you keep any of that stuff in the house, a kid will find it every time.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you think
Yeah.
you got it hidden? No.
No. Like, I didn't have anything inappropriate, but I
Mr.
had...
I said, but no, I'm saying, what was Mr. Farley's real name?
Mr.
I
Farley's
want
real
to say
name?
Dan Felling, but I could be wrong.
I couldn't tell you. All I know is Red
Yeah, it was
Skelton.
Mr. Farley, and then he was replaced by Mr. Farley's brother, who was played by Don Knotts.
Hmm.
Now,
Don
Yeah,
Knotts.
Suzanne Summers did 2 Playboy centerfolds, right? One of them was in 1980, and then she did it again in 1984.
okay.
I believe Don Knotts was the guy that played Barney on Andrew Griffith's
yes,
show.
yeah,
Yeah, he was
No,
They're
also.
saying she also posed in 1970. I'm sorry for interrupting.
that's
And
fine.
Don Knotts also did a skit with Red Skelton. Actually, I had the DVD collection, and Don
Well,
Knotts was.
there's an old movie where
Yeah.
Don Knotts and Andy Griffith were in the movie. This is before Andy Griffith's show.
Yeah,
It was called No Time for Sergeants.
yeah.
Don Knotts played a psychiatrist that had to evaluate Andy Griffith to see if he was fit for duty. And so he goes through this, showing how to, and he goes through it real quick and see if you can put it back together or take it. So he took it apart. It was some kind of way of putting the rings together. Andy looks at it. He just pulls one real far apart, put it around the other one, and pushes it back together. He goes, "Here." Yeah, but it was hilarious. And this was I think the first time they ever worked together. It's called No Time for Sergeants.
You know, I learned a trick from Michael McFarlane and also somewhat Jack about a Zippo lighter. If you don't want to just slide your finger across there and risk cutting your finger, take the lighter, and open it out, and then just
If you get real good, you can open the lighter by flipping it with your thumb.
yeah,
The top
I
of the
can.
flip, and then you go like that. I used to smoke for 27 years.
Mm,
So yeah, I use Zippos almost exclusively,
yeah, I hear you.
and I lost a lot of them.
What happened? Did it get damaged, a storm or whatever?
Now you get drunk and leave them somewhere, or you give them to somebody and get yourself another one.
So basically, you got bicked. That's what we say about lighters. If we get a lighter, so we call them getting bicked because of the big lighter brand. We call them getting bicked. Someone bicked you.
Like I said, you give it to some girl, she likes your lighter. Here you go. Go ahead, keep it. I'll get another one. It was usually a lot of my lighters originally that I lost mostly were lighters I had from the Navy. They said
Now-
USN on it, or it had my ship's name on it, or
You know, Lad, I didn't get this lighter for free. I had to trade one of my.
No. I had to buy my lighters. I didn't get them for
Very
free.
nice.
Hear me out, Lad. I didn't buy this lighter either. I had to trade it for another lighter. Now let me tell you what I had for a lighter that was older than this.
What's that?
It was I think it was around World War something lighter. And it was the one where you didn't. Okay, let me see if I can put this right. Okay, it wasn't like one where you flick it. It was one that you push down and the flame comes out. At one end lifts up, and there's a wick there with a flame.
Yeah.
And then you push it down and it puts it out. So
Well, they now I don't know if they still sell them or not, but they were
Yeah, I
pipe
bought-
lighters,
yeah,
and it looked like a nut bolt. It
yeah.
looked like the nut and bolt, and you pulled it out and would light it.
Uh-huh.
And you could put it over your pipe, and when you started sucking on your pipe, the flame went down into the pipe to light the tobacco.
Yeah.
So,
I can see
because if you
pipe.
take a bit and try to light, or a Zippo and try to light a pipe, you got a chance to burn your fingers. So you got to really be careful. But with the pipe lighter, you were never going to burn your fingers.
Yeah,
I
I
used
got
to-
one.
Yeah, I smoked a pipe too.
Yeah,
for a
this is
while.
my Irish pipe.
I preferred cigarettes. I smoked small cigars for a while. But I was mostly cigarettes, and I smoked for over 27 years.
You ever smoke one of these? Well, I know this
The
is
big
my
fat
real
ones,
one.
no, I never liked the stogies. I like the smaller ones, the cherry flavored.
I
used to smoke-
once met a guy that I did business with, over some thrift goods when I first turned 18, and he was a big New York, big Italian guy from New York. He smoked a big stogie, and let me tell you, this guy literally looked like the Don in a half breed. And let me tell you, he did some business in New York.
I got to agree with Tobias and Tim here. When the lighter fluid leaked out of the Zippo, yes, it did burn. I didn't like it. So I wouldn't fill it up all the way. I used to fill it up all the way, And
You don't want to do that. I remember my
I quit
grandma
doing
going
that
through
because
that.
of the fact that it would burn if it leaked onto your skin.
Yeah, my grandma did that too with this lighter, actually. That's why it's all messed up.
Yeah. But,
She broke it in the process. It's being held together by a staple.
whatever works. Zippo, they say you can sand it. I don't know if you can anymore, but back in the 70s and 80s, you could send your Zippo in if it broke, and they would either repair it or send you a new one.
I've done it
Yeah.
before.
I don't want to repair it, and I don't want to send me a new one. This one has my grandma's engraving on it. I'm very sentimental.
Well, I'm just saying, they might repair it and send it
I
right
know,
back to you.
I know. I'm just saying.
But,
Hey,
The
I
wo-
got censored. I got censored for saying it's almost time to make the donuts.
You got censored?
I got
How did you
censored. Yeah.
How did you get censored?
it's probably a catchphrase that's monetized or
How can you
not
get
monetized,
censored? How does
but
that work?
what do they call it? Patent. It's probably a patent phrase.
Oh,
it's just-
okay, yeah.
Probably just like, and I don't care if I get censored because I don't make any money. It's probably just like things go better with Coke. That might get you in trouble if you're monetized. I'm not.
I
so can
mean-
say it.
Oh, I gotta talk to you guys about that. Did you guys hear about the new requirements?
For what?
YouTube,
No.
500 subs and 3,000 watch hours. I seen the proof on the YouTube
That's all right.
studio.
Only
Only
500
for
subs.
the U.S.
Huh?
It's only for the U.S.
Oh, it's on for the US?
Yes,
But-
sir.
I got the 500 subs. I don't know about the 3,000 watch hours, but I got the 500.
Yeah, but if
500
you,
subs.
I'm sorry, my condolences for you, Dan and Jack here, but like, Larry, if you got the 500 subs and also you can get the 3,000 watch hours, like, what? I'd be happy to let you check your YouTube too, because I've already checked mine and it says the same thing. So, and we had talked about this on another person's channel, on Belt Loop's channel, and someone had brought up, vidIQ had brought up, and because we were watching his vid, and we didn't really think it was true. But then one day I'm checking, doing my routine check on watch hours and all that. I see the results of the 500 subs and the 3,000 watch hour requirements. I'm like, oh my god, it's true. But apparently it's for only US. So
Well, like I said, I picked up 13 new subs this last week. That puts me well over halfway to between 500 and 600.
oh, let me
I got
check
500
my.
I got 500. Last time I looked, 571 subs.
Hold on, let me
What
check
does
my.
this sound like, guys? When I what does that sound like?
Do what?
Yes.
Sounds like like a smooch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that coming through? That's coming through okay?
Yeah, it came through.
There's something wrong, I'm telling you, I'm sick of Windows. I really am. They just play silly rabbit games. I'm trying to set up my sound card, and
Oh, okay.
you just
Oh,
can't do it on Windows. Unless you want. They want you.
Oh,
I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea what Windows is doing, but it's a piece of crap.
I mean, I got a Windows laptop. I don't use sound cards. What I do is I go on Internet Archive and I download ROMs that are free to use because they're on a shareware website.
Yeah.
And that's how I get my content for video gaming. I've been playing some games from
I gotcha.
ROMs.
I gotcha. Hey, Every Man Repeats a Story is here, and I heard Mark is looking for you. I heard World Zoom is looking for you.
Who?
Every Man. Mark, World Zoom is looking for you. Yeah, he says he'll be waiting for you at Ground Zero there in Dumageddon.
What's going on? Something I missed?
World Zoom is looking for Mark at Every Man Repeats a Story. So I just thought I'd let him know that he'll be waiting for you at the Ground Zero coffee shop.
Well, this is starting to sound like something from a medieval story. They will wait for you at the gates of Arendelle. So the way you
Oh
were
my
saying
God.
it,
Oh, he's in Indiana. Well, I suppose then you'll have to interview him via satellite or something. I don't know.
well, that went well.
Yeah, he's in Indiana. What? He left the Philippines? What happened to him?
Indiana.
Did they kick him out?
Who left the?
If
Who
you
left
look
the?
at World Zoom's views, they're crashing. They're crashing.
Well, he was talking about. If you're talking about Paul from World Zoom, he was talking about leaving. I haven't watched one of his channels for quite some time, but there seemed to be one of his
Sorry.
videos, showed up. I didn't look at it, but it looked like he was asking, "Should I leave the Philippines?" Well, I know he hadn't been thinking about it because he wouldn't have put up a video asking that question. I didn't watch the video. I quit
I'm not
watching
starting rumors here, but I do have a question. Did he or did he not have an illicit affair with the Filipina P?
Not that I know of. I couldn't tell you.
Because she was green lighting him on that one of the very first videos. She was clearly sending the signal like, "Yeah, baby, come get some, baby." You know how the Filipina
She
P.
likes older men.
Huh?
Oh my god, I'm sweating now. Thanks a lot, Dan.
Yeah.
But
And
anyway,
now, yeah, exactly. Sorry about that, but I'm just telling it like it is. I don't hold back.
Yeah, no,
I don't
I
hold
know.
back. I tell
I
it the
know.
way that I call them the way I see them.
Oh my god.
And so she interviews him 3 times in a very short couple of
Oh
months.
my.
3
That's the
times.
signal.
He turns out to be a convicted felon, and now he flees the country. And why does he flee the country?
he's going broke.
Could be.
Oh
That's
my
what-
god, that's a scandal in itself.
Well, I'm just saying,
Scandalous behavior.
what I'm
And
saying is that
I-
with losing all those viewers,
Listen, I never liked the guy from day one. He's an arrogant SOB. He's a misogynist, and he's every other kind of thing you can think of. That's him.
Everything from the top down.
And apparently, the Filipina P loves him. And so all I could say is, people are trying to get with. And so Gio posts a video, the
Oh, boy.
original interview with the Filipina P. Why do you think he did that? How many guesses do you need? Because he probably went to her and said, "Hey, I would like to interview you about this Paul guy at World Zoom." And she said no. And now why would she say no? Because she's been made a fool of. That's why she said no. She's been made a fool of.
well,
It's better
I'm
to
going
come out.
to tell you the truth. There's quite a few vloggers in Dumageddon that were made a fool of by him.
Well,
Mike,
Jesus,
Philippine
the
retirement, Paul Old Dog New Tricks. They all
Yeah.
thought he was a nice guy. They all, liked him. I can't say about all of them there, but I know those two had interviews with him, and like Mike said, he was always nice to Janet, but whenever they invited him over, he never came over. But they thought he was a nice, decent guy, but then they find out what's going on. And
Honestly, if he were a nice guy, he would have finished last.
because nice guys always finish last. That's an excellent point, Retro. I'm with Retro.
Amen.
that's why
I'm
I'm
with
going to finish.
Retro.
That's why I'm going to finish last. Come on, we already know it.
Well, the whole
Hey,
thing
last
is,
isn't always so
I'm
bad,
just
you know?
saying, hey, I'm just saying, did he bang the P? That's all I'm
I
asking.
don't know. I'm
You
going
know
to tell you
what?
the
Here's
truth.
the whole thing.
Okay.
If it happened, and this is what Gio wanted to talk about, it's better for her just to come and do a separate video and say, "Yeah, I did it."
No, it's actually
was
better for
seeing
him
the
not to
guy.
admit it.
I was sleeping with the guy. I did it. That's the best way to handle the situation.
No,
Admit
just
it, leave
Do
it,
not
and move
ignore
on.
it. Do
ignore
not
it.
ignore it.
Unless,
You were either
unless
with them or you weren't. Tell us.
the thing is, though, whose business is it? Really?
It's everybody's because she's the one always getting out there talking about her. It's same as me. Same as me. Once you go out in the public arena, once you're out there, transparency and truth is the key. Not being a compulsive liar like that
But like I
scumbag
said,
Paul at World
she never.
Boom, who tries to clean it up by saying, "Oh well," only after he was caught, by the way, and the truth started coming out.
Yeah.
Only when people started publishing news, when they started to show on YouTube channels the actual news articles about his convictions.
Oh no. I'm not saying. I'm saying if there's something that people can find out about you, it's best to go. Hey, look, I did this in my past.
Yeah,
I'm trying to move on. But if you're talking about who I sleep with, unless
Larry,
they
we
want to
know
tell
who
you
you
I
sleep
did,
with. We know who you sleep with, Larry.
myself, baby,
Now,
myself.
by the way, no, okay, I accept that. I agree. You're bringing me back down to earth. But what would I do without you, Larry? But here's the whole thing. You have to at least get on there and tell everybody you were duped. I was duped. I was duped by this fool.
You respect the Lord.
She should have come on and said, all right, I thought the guy was a nice guy. I tried to help him out.
I banged him a couple times.
No, I wouldn't even bother saying that. It's nobody's business. I don't. I know the mind. I don't care who she bangs. I'm not her husband. I'm not her boyfriend.
Listen.
I don't care.
Hold on, guys. We gotta take a minute.
But, being that she supported him,
I banged the P. Yeah.
but
Here's
like-
Paul. He'll be coming out soon enough saying, "All right, I banged the P," and it's gonna get a million hits. I'm done. I apologize, Larry. I'm done. I should have talked about this on my own channel. I owe everybody an apology. I'm sorry.
That's
I
all
deeply
right.
regret. I deeply regret the accusations. Very deeply. Oh, what do you got there, Retro? Redirect.
But no, like I said, though, to me, if you're not putting your sex life out there to begin with, which she's not, it's nobody's business.
Okay.
That's to me. I mean, now,
Sorry about that. I just had to take a moment.
have you ever followed Rick A from Life Beyond the Sea? Well, he puts his sex life out there.
Right.
Oh, God.
And if you're putting your sex life out there, if something happens, you need to talk about it. But
Spit
if you
it
don't
out,
put it
Retro.
there,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay on here, but I'm gonna take a minute to listen to my Walkman just to calm my nerves, because there's a whole lot of talk going on right now.
go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say every man
You're
repeats a
welcome,
story.
you're welcome to leave your channel up. No problem.
I keep
Throw in
you
our
guys on
face, every
speaker.
man. Throw in our face how successful you are and how you're not destitute.
Now remember, mute yourself. But,
Guys, don't make me do it. Do not make me have to go to my email archives and show you all the conversations that the Filipina P and I used to have back in the olden days. Don't make me do it.
well, no. Like I said, you have a better connection, and that may upset you because she's not doing what she should. But like I said, with me, if she don't put her sex life on display, like I said, like Geo has.
She
Like-
puts her body on display wearing them short shorts.
Well,
She leaves nothing to the imagination. That's about as close to imagining what you could do with her that you can get.
So that's your imagination, all right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's what gets her 200,000 subscribers. She's doing what she's got to do. But what I'm saying, though, if she doesn't talk about her sex life, then it doesn't matter. To me.
And by the way, one more thing. Jasper, that dude Jasper, he's way over on the other side. He's way over on the other side of me, for crying out loud. Jasper's channel is getting out there and saying what young Filipina would want to be with the Dumageddon YouTubers. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's all smoke and mirrors, folks. It's all smoke and mirrors. That's what this guy Jasper is saying. Go in there and watch that video where he goes in there and he says there's no young lady anywhere on the face of this earth that would be with an old dog like you. That's what he's saying.
Well, that's his opinion. I don't want a young lady, but
Not you.
I'm
An
just saying.
old dog like me.
Yeah.
An old dog like Jack over here. Jack, you're not
Jack's
old.
not an old dog.
Yeah, Jack, you're not an old
Jack's
dog.
a dog, but he's not an old dog.
Yeah.
I'm 42.
You're still
But
a
that's not
young
an old
dog.
dog. Remember, Jack, I'm pushing 70. You're not an old dog.
Hey, here's the old thing. What he's doing is he's attacking now. He says, I will never go to Dumageddon because it sickens me to go to Dumageddon, go to Ground Zero and see all those old grandpas with those 22-year-old hot chicks.
You know what it is? Jealousy.
He says there's a new breed in town. There's a new breed in town, he said, and that is the young, up-and-coming 40-year-olds. We got money. We're established. We get anybody we want. We don't have to play this. He says the only reason why these young Filipina chicks go with these old guys is for financial stability.
That's the only
And
reason
once
they're
you
going
build
with
them
him.
up and they get their own YouTube channel, they are history.
But that's what they're going to do to him. If he really believes that, I'm not going to say it doesn't happen, because it does. Let's be realistic here. And probably 99 times out of 100 is what happens. But if that's their choice, as long as they're of age,
He's saying they have no choice,
well, they got
Larry.
a choice.
He's saying it's either starve, it's either feast or famine. That's what
Then
he's
he
saying.
has no faith in the Filipinos, especially the Filipinas. They have a choice. And you can ask the Filipinas here in the channel. You can ask them in your channel. They have a choice. And he is disrespecting all Filipinos by saying that. He's just saying they're all poor and they're going to stay poor unless some white knight comes, shiny white knight or shiny knight in armor. I don't care what, from somewhere else comes in and saves them.
Oh,
Shit.
by the way, I meant to mention this while we're talking here. Somebody who was in the chat the other day when I was interviewing Sammy, they blocked him. They blocked her. I'm so confused. Hey, if I find out who you are, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna cut your tongue right out of your head. I'm gonna pull it out by the roots. Didn't somebody say that in history? Who was that? Oh yeah, that was Elvis Presley. He was responding to rumors.
He
I'm
might
gonna
have
tear
said
it right out of your head if I find out who blocked Sammy.
But no,
By the way, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I'm a sleeper. I'm a sleeper, not a lover.
Yeah, Abby is putting hearts in the chat if y'all want to do this.
I'll do this.
Well, but see, what they don't get, what this Jasper dude doesn't get, yeah, what the Jasper guy doesn't get is
Are you gonna
that
do this?
this phenomena is, yeah, that's a universal sign of love.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the thing that Jasper isn't getting is that this same phenomena is happening all over the world, and then you have to ask yourself why. Why is it happening? It's happening in the East. It's happening in the West. It's happening all over the place. And so, why don't you talk about that, fool? Talk about that, you fool.
Yeah.
It has happened in time immemorial. Ever since man has been on the planet, the dude that ended up getting the girl was the guy that had all the juice. That's a factoid,
Yeah.
historical
Well,
factoid.
like Ben here says, probably problem with that argument is rich white guys also marry younger white girls. And Nicole Smith is a good example. If you remember her, how old was that guy? 90-some years old? She was 20?
Mhm. She
And
got that money.
Oh,
she got
Crystals
that
is
money.
here. Hi, Crystals.
Hey, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Yeah, so they're disturbing things that have happened this week on YouTube. I think that I think what I should do is I should start a new channel, and I will do I'll do recaps. I'll call it Doomageddon this week, and then I'll just go in there and I'll just talk about the most idiotic videos that were presented by the Doomageddon YouTubers and others who critique them, and they needed to be critiqued a little bit. I think that would be a successful channel.
Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, there are people that are vloggers. They will say things just to get views, to stir up trouble. And that Jason guy is probably one of them because he knows he's poking at certain people that are. And when he talks about going to that one place, that's a lot of vloggers go in there. So he's poking at a lot of vloggers.
Why don't they
'Cause
just
remember,
raise an
Sammy
American flag and do Maggette?
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
every man repeats a story. Says, Dan, my Filipino loves me because of my charm. And, you're a good looking man. What can I say? You're a good looking man. I can't argue. I can't argue with that. You're very debonair. A lot of women, they love they love that look, and they love that GQ look, Gentleman's Quarterly look. And you have it. What could I say? You got it. I don't. Who has a penthouse? Tobias, who has a penthouse and a yacht? Tim says, Dan, don't pass chismis or gossip. I'm trying to get views, Tim. I'm putting it out there. I'm trying to get views.
hey, Des Channel, how you doing, Des? I just saw you. Sorry about that.
He does.
Des is here. Anyway, whoever did that, whoever blocked Sammy, you unblock Sammy right now. Bastards.
Well, it's not me.
Oh, I know it's
Sammy and I
nobody
go-
in here. It is. It's probably not. There's probably not a single person in this chat today that doesn't love Sammy.
But,
So what I did is, I don't know if it'll work, but I went in and I gave Sammy moderator. I gave Sammy a jacket so that Sammy can. I haven't watched. I tell you what, I haven't watched Every Man since he bogarted Regular Guy. That was proof that Mark has no balls. That's proof. Yes, I know. You're very deserving. Yes.
Tim knows.
You're very
JG's just
deserving of all those things. Penthouse, yachts.
JG is just slumming.
JG. Peace love with WZ gives me the chills.
Tim goes.
Listen, I didn't mean to. Listen, obviously, P is a eunuch. She doesn't have sex with anyone. I didn't mean to open that door. She doesn't have sex with anyone. Listen, she's asexual. That's all I've got to say about that.
But like I said, Tim says Larry must be a superstar. JG's here. No, like I said, he's just slumming.
JG. Oh my gosh. Oh, by the way, so is it okay to it's okay to let folks know that we'll probably be Minnie and I will probably be headed for Kuala Lumpur soon, and we're probably going to be heading over to Bangkok after that, and then from Bangkok we'll probably head back to the USA for a couple weeks.
But that's going to be after she gets her dual citizenship, right?
Yeah, that's all we're waiting for. We're going to wait, and then October is when you fly, because October is when the fares are
Low
the
season,
cheapest.
yeah, tickets are
Yeah,
cheapest.
flying Philippines to LAX is probably only like $700 or $800
Well,
bucks.
the worst times to fly are probably August, September, and May, June.
Yeah, we're going to buy the tickets this week.
And the reason why I say that those are the worst times, that's because that's when the students are going over or coming home the most. You know,
there's Dave Al Don in the house.
hey,
mind me.
Deval, how you
Don't
doing,
mind-
man?
Don't mind me, guys. I'm just playing slots, seeing if I can win some extra cash.
Yeah, I didn't mean to drag anybody into anything. I do apologize.
No worries, brother. 1,000 welcomes and 1,000 blessings. Amen.
Yeah, you can't be dragged into any controversy.
Yeah, I'm a pure
Living
soul,
in
man.
his own fantasy world.
Well, Dan knows we talk about whatever hits. And if somebody
I'm in
else wants to come up and talk, they're more than welcome to come up and talk.
Ooh, 64 entries. Amen. Yeah, I'm playing the Cleopatra slot.
Oh, it's Jasper that has the penthouse.
Jasper.
Yeah, Tobias is saying, Dan, Jasper has the penthouse. He videos from it, only $600 a month. I don't see the big deal. All right.
If you're paying $600 a month, it's not that big of a deal.
Well, it all depends on how much money you have in your wallet, I suppose.
No. I'm just saying, no. I mean, it would be more than what I want to spend. That's not what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, though, if you're going to act like you're a big deal, you need to, your place needs to cost more than $600 a month.
Oh, by the way, hey, since we're talking about this, Minnie and I have been talking about either renting a place in the north or buying a place in the north. I've got her convinced to go ahead and get another apartment in northern Luzon. So we're going to be in there's a particular area she wants to be near some of her relatives. So we're probably going to be in Fernando,
You're going
Pampanga,
to be near
the capital city there.
Crystal and them, right? You'll be close to Crystal then.
Well, we'll only be Crystal still would be an hour and a half drive.
Oh, is that far?
Yeah,
I knew it's close, but I didn't know it was
But that's closer, yeah, of course.
a lot closer.
Okay.
That you could any day of the week you could really run over there if you want for the day.
And
Now it'd be better to run for the day and a half, go over and spend the night and come back. But it's like me, I could run up and see my sister in Rochester area any day of the week and come back, but it makes more sense to go up and spend the night. Of course, I don't go farther than an hour and a half, and more like 3.5 to 4 hours away.
So no, we're not lucky enough to find a place, by the way, for $60 a month like Steve's got, but looks like we will be able to find a place for about $100 a month up there.
Well, the Steves say they've gone up a little bit, but they're still fairly reasonable. It's not because there's so many expats that's come in, but it's because they're running out of those cheaper places.
Every man is inviting me to Ground Zero for an interview, and no, because you probably won't show up. That's why. You probably won't show up. So why make the trip to Dumaguete if you're not going to show up?
The places I want to visit, and if you want to list them in the order where I would want to live, first would be Cebu, then probably Dumaguete. Iloilo would be a place. Somewhere close to Manila. Uh, maybe Davao. But of that group, Davao would probably be only because I like Davao because of the 911 system.
Okay.
But on that island, there's certain
Oh.
areas somebody as light as me probably shouldn't wander into. That's more south, so Davao would be safe. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying Davao would be safe.
Davao's a nice place, but again, I wouldn't want to live
It's,
there.
it's a smaller.
It's not my cup of tea. It just isn't.
Like I said, from what I see of it, it's not for me. But Davao Don loves it. It's really clean.
Someone might convince me, I guess, to live in Tagoon City. But I mean, it's the same. It's more the same. What's there to do? You go over to that island, you get fleeced for a meal, you come back, they rape you for the ferry ride, and then what else is there to do there? You see a couple of downed planes, a helicopter or two. You're climbing up and down those hills, hoping you don't have a heart attack. I just don't see myself ever living there. Nice place to visit, wouldn't want to live there.
Well, like I said, of the places I know that I would consider, Davao would be the last one. I would love to visit Subic again, but I don't think I want to live in Subic.
Yeah, I'm a flatlander myself. Give me anything flat, I'm your guy.
Well, I'm not going to say what I can say. I'm going to let that one slide.
Yeah, the
I
flat.
like small hills.
Fly the board, I'm your guy right there.
Like I said, I'll go a little different, but
JG is saying Davao is terrible. I love Bangkok. What could I say? If I could, I'd live in Bangkok. What could I say? There, it's out. I outed myself. There you go.
I can't say I wouldn't enjoy Thailand. I cannot say that because I know I would. I would really enjoy it. But the thing I got against Thailand is you got to make so many visa runs. I don't think they have a special retirement visa if you wanted to get one. And if you did, you have to. Well, it costs you a lot more money than it would in the Philippines.
Yeah, they're little. I mean, I don't know if things that way. It is very difficult to maneuver their visa program and all that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're very.
That's what keeps most people out of there. But hey, did you know Dave? Dave is my buddy Dave who lives in Bangkok.
He's living over there.
He knows that he's befriended retired working for you. They live on. I guess they live in the same building or they live on the same soy. But he was telling me they're buddies now.
Yeah.
I was telling him, man, do you realize that guy is a YouTube superstar?
Who is this?
It's retired working for you. If you go on that.
Okay,
channel,
yeah. The ones that I know that's over there, as far as I know, he's still over there. I haven't watched him in a long time. Is Thailand Rob?
Yeah.
He's been there a long time, and he makes these visa runs. But he's been there. He started off in Bangkok, and then he went down to was it Pattaya first, and then I can't remember. He went to another area, and that's where he was at the last I saw. I used to follow him, and there was a guy named Kevin Thailand. Now Kevin Thailand died. He came down with cancer. He was a British guy, and but like I said, I used to follow some bloggers in Thailand because I was, like I said, I was interested. I'm going to be honest. But
ET says Chris is retired working for you.
Hey, ET.
ET, first of all, it's a brilliant name for a channel. It's a brilliant name, and so success was all over the place for him.
ET phone home. What? I had to do it.
I didn't say a word, did I?
No, you did not. I'm sorry.
That's a tough fan.
Wow, you have a lot of people in the chat today.
Me?
Hey,
Oh, no, him.
Well,
Sorry.
I've gotta get out of here, you guys, because the donuts are calling. The Bavarian cream awaits. I don't want them to get too stale before I get there.
Dude,
I
you
would've
go
bought
ham.
the
Yo, Danny.
You love the regular
Danny.
one, the powdered sugar Bavarian cream, Jack, or do you like the chocolate covered Boston cream? Hock the
Danny.
cod, hock
Chocolate
God.
I like the cinnamon donut,
Yeah.
the cinnamon roll,
Yeah.
or the cinnamon, whatever you want to call it. I went to a Dunkin' here close to where I'm hoping to go back to work, and I ordered a cinnamon roll, and they said, "Oh, we don't have that. We have coffee cakes, the closest thing we got." I went in, and it was a cinnamon roll. They just called it a coffee cake.
Hey, Dan,
Well, I
do me a
love it.
solid.
You know, by the way, hey, retro. Speaking of
Yeah.
things that are retro, that
Yeah.
Bavarian cream is the same formula of Bavarian cream that I used to put in those Boston cream donuts when I
Yeah.
worked for Dunkin' Donuts at 18 years old. It is the
Yeah.
same formula. They
Well,
never changed it.
Do me a solid then. Okay? Listen up. I want you to go to those donuts and just go ham on them.
You know what? Here's what I'm going to do, Retro. I'm going to grab one of those Boston creams. I'm going to set it down on the table, and I'm just going to pound it with my fist to see what comes out.
You're just trying to run your donut,
Yeah,
aren't you?
and I'll videotape it. Oh, wait. There's my credit card number on there. I'll videotape it just for you. I'll say, this is for my buddy Retro in New
All
Hampshire.
right, I like that.
Hey, that'd be a good short. That'd be a good short.
That'd be good. I
That'll
like
probably
that.
get me-
I dig
That'll
that. I
probably get
dig
me
that.
kicked out of the Dunkin' Donuts.
I doubt as long as you pay for it, why would they care? But just remember, buy two so you can eat one of them.
Filipinos working there, they're so nice they wouldn't know how to react. They just say, "Oh, that's just another crazy Westerner coming in here."
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, they're gonna say, "Hey, he got two, and he got mad and he hit one. He probably did it by accident."
Daz or Mel, if you guys show up there, I'll buy you a donut. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna head out so you can. I've embarrassed myself today. I better get out of here. Yeah.
What's unusual?
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
You know I got a bust on you, Dan. Come on.
Live long
You
and
know I got a bust
prosper.
on
Hey,
Hey, we got a
Larry,
reverse Oreo.
I
a
gotta do
reverse
this.
oil? Cheers.
Reverse Oreo.
Reverse oil. What are we
Aw.
talking reverse oil for? Oh, I think I know what you meant.
Well, I always put mine over here where my picture's at. Why put
I
somebody
think-
else's?
I think I caught that because
Well,
too.
we had somebody else up, and my picture was on their camera, and somebody said, it might have been Leonard, I can't remember who it was, but they said, "How come you got a picture of Larry on your wall?" I thought, oh no, that's just my, instead of having the StreamYard duck, I pay a little extra. I can put my own picture up there, not have one up there, and
Yeah.
I can have more than 6 people up.
Yeah, I'd like to have a picture on my wall of just a straight up.
You can
Well,
put anything you want there. I can put something else there if I want it.
No, I mean on my actual wall. I just want to have a picture of a Pop Tart. That way, when I have a company, they say, "Why the picture of the Pop Tart?" And I'll say, "Because I freaking miss eating Pop Tarts. I have bad teeth."
Yeah. Well, I like I said, I had Chinese food today, which I don't eat very often because I'm a diabetic. So
In other words,
every once in a while, I gotta break down and have something that I like. Because if you deny yourself continuously, you will break down and overindulge. I didn't eat all I had. What I got, I didn't eat all of it.
you may even lose your soul and your sole purpose of your soul, that is happiness.
Deborah, how you doing, Deborah? Deborah,
Now, Now, Larry, the reason I want to put one on the wall here, other than my teeth, it'll be a memorial of the good times. Before my teeth went south.
But
Honestly, I miss eating sweets. You know, I got my mother. Oh, my mother gave me a bag of Nerds candy corn. I can't even eat those right now. It hurts my teeth. They're just sitting in a box, wasting away. I got 3 packages of gumballs. Can't eat them.
Mark, if I put anybody's picture up there but mine, if it's going to be a person's picture, it's going to be an attractive woman. So, being I'm not dating anybody, I don't think I should put a woman picture up there because that would make people think, "Oh, that's who you're dating." I'm not dating anyone.
I'm not dating at all right now either. I'm kind of a lone wolf. So
Well, it's not that. It's remember how old I am. All right, I'm pushing.
yeah, I got you.
But no, let me get to what I'm going to get to.
Okay.
The women my age are the women of the age group that I would date, have kids, and most likely have grandkids, and they don't not want to leave this area. I'm not staying here. When I retire, I save up enough money. I am out of here. Now, whether it's hopefully to the Philippines, I may not have the health for that, but I hope I do when I decide to retire.
Uh-huh.
To go at least check it. I will go and visit whether I move there or not, but I want to go there. But wherever I decide to go, it's going to be someplace warm. When
Gotcha.
I retire, I'm done dealing with the snow. And
Wait,
like I
is
said, most women I know that's close to the age that I would date, like I said, they have kids or grandkids, or both. Naturally, they got grandkids, they got kids.
yeah.
But most of them will not want to leave their grandkids or their kids. My sister's that way up in Rochester, New York. She's not leaving that area because that's where kids and grandkids are all at. And there's
Yeah,
other women that way too. And
I can understand that.
so, like I said, if you start dating a woman knowing that, hey, if she's not willing to leave, it's not going to work out, why date her?
Mm.
You know, you're putting both of yourselves in a no-win situation.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's right. That's why right now I'm not dating either because I plan to move with my family, back with my mother after like so long,
yeah.
and
Well,
I'm kind of waiting on the dating till then so I can see what's
where you're going to be.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to make sure that I don't break the heart of whoever I'm with. You know.
Well, yeah, it could break your heart or it could break her heart, both.
Yeah, I was about to say both too. But yeah,
But,
you know, I was with somebody,
Yeah.
and we were two of one kind, and basically we broke up because she found out I was moving, trying to move with my mother. So
well, I was actually living with a woman a few years back
Mm.
that if it had worked out, it'd been fine because she would have been willing to go.
Mm.
All right. Her kids were a long distance from where we were living anyway, so that wouldn't have been a problem. Matter of fact, if but it didn't work out for other reasons.
Okay.
But I haven't dated anyone since then. And like I said, I'm not looking for a long distance relationship
Me
because
neither.
the simple fact is, like I said, my mother's still alive, and
Yeah.
so I'm not moving anywhere
Mm-hmm.
far away. I mean, I might move somewhere else from here, but I'm not going far away until after my mother passes. I hate to be morbid, but that's just the way it is.
That's
She's
not
90
more. That's
She's
not.
90. I'm just saying she's 97 years old. I don't know how much longer she got. If it was 15 years ago, that might have been a different story. But
Yeah,
15 years ago, I wasn't ready to retire either. But
Larry, you gotta understand something. Like I know I'm young and I probably don't know much about it, But if she's 97 and you're talking about, just being ready when she passes, that's not called being more. That's called being ready for the inevitable.
Well, it's called being realistic, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Like I said, some people might think it's morbid, saying, "Oh, well, you can't." No,
Exactly.
like I said,
I'm with you on
97,
this one.
You
I'm
don't
with
know
you
how
on
long
this
she's
one.
got. And if I went to the Philippines, and if I'm there for over, 30 days or six? No, I think it's 60 days or so. You have to get
Yeah.
a clearance to leave. Well, that can take you a week or two. Also, if I got the news one day and got the ticket out the same day, it can still take me 24 hours to be back home to my
Mhm.
mom. And I really don't want to be that far away.
Exactly. It's realistic.
Now, like I said, I'm willing to do that with my sisters, but I'm
Yeah.
sorry, not my mother.
Me neither. Not my mother. Or my grandmother, for instance.
But
Honestly, if I was in your situation, man, I would definitely do what you're doing. I'm with you. I agree with you.
like I said, right now, I'm not in their family, but my oldest sister is about 4 hours away. But I
Yeah.
have good friends in this area, and I've
There's
known.
this,
Well, like I said,
there's a,
this one friend I've known her for over 35 years.
35 years. That's good.
Yeah, and I know her. I know her brother for over 25 years. I know her mother
That's
for
good.
about 30 years or more. I know her
Nice.
dad. Well, if he was still alive, she'd be about 36 and he'd be about 35 years. I knew them first,
Okay.
and met them in my hometown. She was working on her first master's. Yes, I said her first master's, and her dad was a visiting professor. And
Cool.
I met her before, like I said, before I met him, and then I ran around with him a lot
Yeah.
while she was doing her thesis and taking classes. I'd go pick him up because he'd be at home by himself, and we'd take off and run around some. So I got to be good friends with him.
Nice.
And
Honestly,
but
honest-
he passed away almost 2 years ago. This fall.
My condolences, man.
August.
my
In 2
condolences.
years. He passed away not too long after I moved down here.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I know it wasn't your father, but my condolences.
I was close to him. He's a good man.
Yeah.
These friends are Chinese. They're originally from China.
Well, I don't mind. I don't really care.
Like I said, I met her. She was working, and she was dating somebody I knew back then, and so we became good friends. So that's how
Honestly,
I got in the friend zone. That's where I'm at. That's all right because I liked her as a person.
yeah.
We stayed
Honestly,
friends.
honestly, you want my opinion about different people? I don't care if you're Chinese,
Oh,
Japanese,
no.
Russian.
What I'm saying is, I'm not against immigrants at all.
Oh no, I know what you're saying. I'm just
I'm a
playing my
little more
part.
against. Since 9/11, I'm a little more. Let's be a little more safe about it. Before 9/11, I didn't give a damn how you got here. But
Yeah, I
as long as
understand.
and I still think we need immigrants to come in from all countries. I really do.
Because we need
But,
help desperately.
Well, there's not that. I see. My family came from, England and Germany and France and all the Ireland and Scotland, and I got relatives that came over before the Revolutionary War. I got a relative who jumped ship from an English ship. He was a Scotchman that was interned into the British Navy. And they got to the States, he jumped ship and ran into the woods. He ended up marrying a Native American girl. I don't know if that was his first wife or he had more than one wife. He outlived a couple. And my grandmother was, my mom's mom was a byproduct of the Native American and my relative that jumped ship. And so, like I said, I got Native American in me. I just, as you can see by the looks of me, I sure in the hell don't look it.
I mean, that hat's pretty cool. It's got some Native American touch.
I've never claimed it on a legal document, and I never will.
Okay, you don't have to. I agree with you. I agree. What I'm saying is, I agree with you. a lot of people like to advertise their. Guys, help me out here. They like to advertise their ethnicity that a lot of people don't have, and I agree with you. You should keep it a secret. You know.
Like I said, I'm a mutt. I'm a Heinz 50. I have what, you know,
Me too.
I got
I'm
a
a
little
mutt.
bit of everything in me, you know.
I don't have everything, but I do have a lot of things.
I didn't say everything, but a little bit of almost. As far as I know, there's no Asian. As far as I know, there's no black. There could be. I have relatives that are black, but it's not. It's because one of my relatives married a black man, had kids, and now she's had kids, and she's married to. So I got cousins that are black. I get along quite well with them. Uh, Whenever I go home, I see a couple of them, and we like when I was home for this last time. It's a
I
family
mean,
reunion. They all
I
showed up.
mean,
you
I
know.
mean, look at me. I've got a half sister who's. Think about it. I probably haven't told you guys this yet, but my sister on my mother's side, but she has a different father, is part Filipina. Filipina.
But like I said, the Lena, who's is the daughter of my
Yeah.
cousin who married a black man.
Yeah.
She married a black man from South America.
Hmm.
Not South America, South Africa. Excuse me.
Okay. Okay.
And he got kicked out of the country for being an idiot.
Oh.
And, yeah, his parents were diplomats, or otherwise he'd have gone to jail. He was an idiot. So she moved to South Africa with him for a while. Decided she didn't like it, came back, and she's married to another black man, but she lived with another guy for a long time. Matter of fact, the guy that she lived with for a long time, I introduced him. He was a friend of mine.
Okay.
But now her daughter Lena, like I said, she's got two girls and a boy, and now their mom Laura, who's my second cousin, I think. Her mom's
Yeah.
her Laura's mother's my first cousin. So I don't know how you say it, second cousin or what? First cousin once removed. I don't know how you say it.
I don't know how to say it either. I'm
I
still
don't
working
either.
on
I
it.
mean, they may be the same thing. I have no clue.
Yeah.
But
When I
anyway,
found.
now
when
one
I
of
found-
her daughters, her oldest daughter, I call her my birthday twin because she was born on my birthday. Now we are a few years apart,
Yeah.
but like I said, they went to my cousin George's house when we had the family reunion,
Yeah.
and his kids, granddaughter, and her kids, they had a blast playing air hockey. George has got an air hockey.
I got an air hockey table.
He's got an air hockey table. They have one of
Oh,
those
you
above ground swimming pools. They went swimming. They ran all over and just wore each other out, having a great time. Now Riley, she's probably about the age of the middle child.
Yeah. The funny thing about my air hockey table is I don't use it. I use it as a table. That's it.
I'm just sorry my great niece didn't get to go, but she was spending that weekend with her dad. My niece and her husband are divorced, so my great niece spent some weekends with her dad, and that happened to be the weekend.
Let's face it, Larry. There are so many different family positions, like brother, sister, half cousin, second cousin.
Well,
There's so many different types now that you
yeah.
can't even and keep
And
up.
there has been for years,
Yeah.
but like I said, my JG says he's an air hockey champion.
Oh,
I always
now.
I always sucked at it.
Same here, brother. I can't play
I-
air hockey.
I'm always knocking the puck off the table and hitting somebody with it.
I did that once. I hit
sometimes I'll
someone
hit
in
it
the
and
eye.
I'll go into my own hole because I missed it.
Oh yeah, I've done that many times.
I mean, I remember I was on arcade and I hit the puck off the table and I kid you not, it landed in someone's alcohol. The guy was across a table next to air hockey table, and the thing flew around in his drink.
Now, you guys probably can remember the game. I doubt if you played it very much.
Okay,
Pong?
go ahead.
Pong?
Pong or bong?
Pong. It's a table computer game.
Oh, they had that on the Atari too, but
Yeah.
And you play you can play it against another person.
Yeah, I have an Atari, but I don't think I have
almost
Pong.
it's something like either ping pong or tennis. You smack it back and forth to try to make the other person miss.
Well, that's ping pong. I don't see
That's
it
the
being
first computer
tennis.
game I ever played, and I only played it.
That's some old
When
school stuff right there.
this was when it was brand new. What are you talking
Oh
about?
my god! You want to talk about old?
Oh no,
My
no.
Atari's hooked up.
No,
Oh, it's upset.
the Atari's newer than Pong. Okay, the Atari is newer than Pong.
Yeah, no, but they have Pong for the
Pong
Atari.
came out in the early '70s.
I know,
Like,
but they do have a.
Commodore?
Huh?
The-
The Commodore?
No, we had a big old table that we had in the club, the Enlisted Men Club on 32nd Street.
Oh, is
And
that
they had
the one of those ones that you sit across from each other?
Yeah, and you
Okay.
move the paddle and try to make the other one miss it. That's Pong.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it was one of the very first, if not the very first, computer game.
Okay.
And the only time I would play it is when you go into the club, the Enlisted Men Club at 32nd Street. You go in, and it's called the Scuttlebutt. Was the name of the club.
Scuttlebutt, I like that.
Well, the Scuttlebutt is a Navy terminology
Yeah, I
that
know.
originally meant a drinking place.
I know.
So if you went to a drinking fountain, that was a scuttlebutt.
I know.
And over time, the word scuttlebutt came to mean rumors as well. Because
Yeah.
when you'd come back and talk, and somebody say, "Hey, what's the word around the scuttlebutt?" Eventually, just got dropped. What's the scuttlebutt? In other words, what's going on? What you hearing? But when you went in the scuttlebutt, sometimes they'd be so packed, the only seats were open were at the Pong. And if you weren't playing Pong, somebody'd come up and say, "Oh, we want to play a game of Pong," and you'd have to get up and let them have the seat. So we'd always sit there and play Pong whenever it was open, if the place was packed. And now they had a really nice dance floor. They had one of those rotating, and like I said, this is back in 72, 73. They
Okay.
had one of those rotating dance floors, not dance floors, but band stages that would just go around in circles. And they had dance floors all the way around it. So the band would be up on the stage, elevated, and plug into the outlets on it, and they just really slow rotate and play their music. And so yeah, that was a scuttlebutt. The Windjammer was
Windjam, I remember them.
well, the Windjammer was another bar at North Island, which is where the aircraft carriers and the nuclear cruisers and all that were stationed at. And they had like 3 different levels. The middle levels was where the band was at up on a raised platform, and then the dance floor was in front of them. And then down in the lower level, that's where they had the pool. That had a lot of setting down there. The pool
Wasn't
table
the-
was actually. Huh?
Wasn't there like a store or something called Windjammers?
Yeah, there's a lot of things been called Windjammers.
I'm gonna
Wind-
Google that real quick because I want to know. Because I heard my grandma or someone talking about it. Hold on, I'm gonna Google it real quick.
No,
You
I
guys
never did
can-
see the Golden River, Ben. Never did see that Golden River.
All right, hold on. No, Google it. No, what am I googling? Something Windjammers at Golden River.
No, you said you were going to Google the Windjammer.
Okay, the wind.
I used to go drink at the Gold Brick.
I'm looking for.
I
What do you know?
stayed at the Golden Nugget. I used to go drinking at the Gold Brick.
Oh my god! I just found out what I was looking at. Windjammers is a seafood restaurant here in Rochester, New Hampshire.
But it's also Windjammer is a type of I believe a sailing vessel as well.
Yeah, that's why I recognize. I knew I saw that somewhere.
Now the Gold Brick was in San Diego, California. It was a bar downtown. It was strictly beer and wine joint. And I'd go in there and drink before I was 21, and in California you're supposed to be 21.
Hey.
Hey Larry, I just shared your this live stream in my community tab.
Okay. Well, like I said, like I said earlier, I don't know if I'll be having another one this Saturday or not yet.
Larry, I have to get going because
Oh,
tonight.
that's all right. We'll be ended here pretty soon. It's been
Well, you
almost
know what
2 hours.
tonight is, guys. You know what tonight is because they didn't do it yesterday.
What's that?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, tonight is Dave's Archives night. The night of the guy that does retro commercials, live streams. And I love joining him because he's a very wholesome guy. He's very retro. He is top dollar retro. And I love joining him. I really do.
Well,
And I believe he'll be live here in about 30 minutes.
well,
so-
I'll be off the air and relaxing and getting ready for bed. I got to be at work at 7 in the morning. I got to get up a little after 5.
Hey, I gotta ask you something, Larry. Is your bed comfortable? Because I want to make sure you got a good back for that work tomorrow.
My bed's pretty comfortable.
All right. Yeah, I have back pain all the time, regardless of the bed. So
Like I said, if I sleep wrong, if I sleep at an angle and twist that back a little bit, it is
I gotta tell you, one time it was. I'm pretty sure one of my joints or one of my elbows has arthritis because I woke up one morning, it was storming out, and I woke up, my elbow was throbbing.
I got arthritis in my fingers,
Yeah, I can't
my
figure.
wrist. Like I said, that's a 3. Okay, that's a 3. I can't read. I have to go like that for a 3.
Oh, so you have to do gang just to do a
And
third.
then I got that finger that bends at an angle.
Yeah.
That I can forget what they call that kind of arthritis when the joint bends and starts growing at an odd angle. I
Yeah,
got
they
that
did the
kind of
commercial
arthritis.
about that with the hand talking.
Rheumatoid arthritis?
Huh?
Rheumatoid?
That could be. I'm not sure. I got arthritis in both hands, but only
I
the
mean-
one finger. If you look, I don't know how well you can see it.
I see
The
it.
one finger, that one bends towards you.
Yeah. No, we know you're not flipping this off. So
He's just trying to flip us off.
Well,
No,
if I'm
no.
going to flip me off, I'd go, you know what this is? You know what this is? You know what this is? The 6-pack.
I know we're. But
Who's
can we
calling
pressure be number one at the same time?
hold on. Someone's calling me. I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry.
All right, Tim. He says, take care. You have fun, man. I know it's probably your girlfriend there.
No, this is my
Alright, see you.
friend Blakey
No,
calling.
Tim.
Oh,
In the
okay.
chat, just
Peace,
said, take
guys.
care, everyone.
This is a weird turn of events. Peace.
All right. Have a good one. Peace. But,
Why does it not let me go?
huh?
Let it
There you
go. Oh, there you go.
But anyway,
The other
Like
day,
I
I
said-
finally got my hair cut.
I see that. I need to get mine cut. I'm getting tired of it being long like that.
It was like getting like
Well,
my,
I
my
mean, you
beard
know,
was
look at
getting itchy.
I
and,
still
like,
got to wear a hat to protect that part from being sunburned. And so if I got to wear a hat, no matter when I had longer hair, I didn't have to wear a hat as much, because you had the hair to help protect the top of your head. But now, so I need to
it's
get.
like when I use my clippers to, go all the way down with no guard on it. I'm still disappointed when I look in the mirror. I'm like, what the? You see the gray hair is still there. But if I shave it, then like 2 days later, you see the gray stubble coming back.
I remember when I still had hair, I went to this barber. He says, "Yeah, what do you want me to do? Just take the gray out?" And I said, "I'd be bald if you did."
my one ex years ago here, probably about 8 years ago, she brought some tweezers over, and she plucked every single gray hair out and put it on the bed. I'm like, oh, man. And that was painful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they grow back.
Now the only thing of my beard that's not white is the mustache has a little color to it.
Mhm.
It's got more gray than it used to have, but it's not turned white yet. And
I think
now,
I had one
I had a red beard, not
red
blonde.
beard.
Oh yeah, my beard was red,
Hmm.
a dark red. And look at it now. It's white as all get out.
There ain't no ginger anymore.
No. Now I was a light. The top of my head was a light red, and during the summer, because of going in the pool and everything, it would bleach out to blonde. And oh hell,
Don't they call that like a strawberry blonde or something like that?
yeah, I was more of a strawberry blonde, or there's another, might be another term, but I was blondish red, and like I said, during the summer, it would bleach out to blonde. And
Yeah, I went to school it was like that.
I was at Rosecrans, getting ready to go to the movies. I can't remember if I was there if I was in A school or C school. And I got this big old red beard, goatee. And there's this redheaded girl standing in front of me. So I turned around and turned my back to her. So I start putting down red hair. Because when you look at me from the back, you see blonde hair. And I'm saying, if I had red hair, I'd be ashamed to show myself in public. I'd shave it. I'd rather be dead than red. And like I said, I could tell by people's reaction, but that could see me, that it was starting to get to her. And so just about the time she started to, cuss me out, I turned around and said, "Hi, how you doing?" And there's this big old red beard. She had this look like, I could kill you.
Oh, geez.
It was hilarious. So she knew I was, hey, Laurice, bye, Des. Take care.
Bye, Des.
And but anyway, so yeah, I can't remember who I was in line to watch the movie with somebody I knew. It was probably when I was in C school. I went to school to be a barber, so it was probably one of the guys I was either in barber school with or my roommate. But it could have been a friend of mine. We used to go over to the Rosecrans to go to the bar. They had a really nice bar, and we used to go there. We'd go to the movies there because on base, everything was a lot cheaper than out in town.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'd go, and we could do it at 32nd Street, but a lot of times we go instead, do something different, get off 32nd, go over to Rosecrans. And now my friend Chris, he was one of these, really good looking guy. Movie star looks, okay? He really had that. But he's only stood about 5'6". And so he was about like a Artie Murray. But anyway, real good looking guy. He would never talk to the girls. They would always hit on him. And oh yeah, we go to the bar. He sat there. We go to the bar, and he sat there and put his back to him intentionally because he knew they'd come over and hit on him. He picked,
and the girls would be like waiting for him to turn around.
Well, they'd come up and ask him to dance, and they threw themselves at him. They really did. More women picked him up than I know. A lot of guys claim that they were good. Women would hit on them all the time. This is the only guy I saw that it happened to all the time. I don't care where we were at.
Mm-hmm.
But he had movie star good looks. He was really a good looking guy.
You're talking about going to the movies and stuff earlier, and I'm like, I haven't been to the movie theater in like 17 years.
I can't say that.
Like that.
It's been a couple years, but I can't say it's been 17.
It was like in my mid 20s when I was married. Went to a movie with my wife when I was married, and that was it.
Hey, Tobias, take care, man. Tobias just left. He said, "See everybody later." The old Navy days. Yeah. But,
It's I don't know. People I to have you seen the movie? Have you seen the movie? No, I haven't been to the movie theater in forever. I don't even have TV. Well, I have a TV, but I don't have cable or anything because
I got internet. I watch TV through the internet.
Yep.
I got a TV in my living room. I had that TV for over a year before I even set it up. I just did everything on my. Hey, crazy kid, how you doing, man?
Hey, crazy kid.
I hate to say it, but I'm getting ready to shut down, buddy. I've been up going since 8 o'clock. I have to get up in about 7 hours. So I'm getting ready to shut her down. And just to let you know, Crazy, and everybody else that maybe that didn't hear it, I do not know if I'll be having a live stream next week because I don't know what I'm working. The job that I'm working right now ends on Thursday, so I'll be going to a new contract. The new contract will tell me what my new hours will be, my new days off, and my new pay. Now, I requested to go to a site that I know pays better than what I get paid now. They said they'd check into it, and hopefully I'll get it. But I don't know what shift I'll be working or what days I'll have off. Hopefully it'll be day shift, but I'll work whatever shift they offer me if it's there because it's over $100 a week more for just 40 hours. It's almost $130 more a week, about 120.
Not bad.
That's worth it. Yeah.
Yep.
Now you're going to have to take taxes out of it, but still, though, that's still going to be a good sized chunk of change taken home.
How
More
much?
than what
How
you're-
much further is it away from where you're at now?
Maybe a 5-minute drive, 10 minutes round
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's worth it.
Okay. I was like, hour and a half away. I'm like, no.
Now, my drive right now is 15 to 20 minutes. This drive will be 20 to 25.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
so,
That's
depending on
still
depending on the weather, because the winter can make things a little more hairy, but that's the same thing no matter where you work, it'll make it more hairy.
As long as you're not driving a Lamborghini getting like 2 miles a gallon.
I'm sorry to hear that, Crazy. He said he hadn't been feeling well lately, but things are getting better. But I'm glad to hear that you're getting better. But like I said, all right, everybody, look, I'm going to have to shut this one down. I want to thank everybody for coming in. If you haven't gave me a thumbs up yet, please do. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you haven't subscribed to Jack's channel, please do. And remember, everybody, be nice to each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Plus, as always, try to have fun. All right, Jack, everybody, take care. We'll catch you on the next time that I'm live. Whenever that is, I'll let you all know. Bye.
All right. Bye.
All right.